I will inshallah upload it. Otherwise, it's just an informal discussion between customers and myself and each other. So let's have a good interactive session. So I have received a few questions from people like Nasir Saab and others. So we can. That's right, but there might be people who joining who don't. And I have many Arab customers, many some non-Muslim customers, and some local customers as well, and they don't understand Urdu. So, in a professional setting, I think there are, for example, many customers from Bangladesh, so they have a hard time in understanding Urdu. So that's why I prefer English for everyone's benefit. I don't want anyone to be feeling left out. That's the only reason. Okay. So we have 8 or 10 people. It's just an informal sitting. No, not a kind of a sales pitch or marketing setup or presentation. That's not the intent. It's just to discuss and see if there are some questions. So one question when while people were joining that how do we see market? And the market is very simple, as I said this particular week. If the market is positive, there will be an additional benefit. But otherwise, market has a good chance to come down at least temporarily, maybe 1 or 2 or 3%. And the Monday after the option expiration day is traditionally the weakest day of the month. Most of the time, it's always negative. But it does not mean that 100% of the time it will be negative. There could be some very good news. For example, Mr. Trump, if tomorrow he makes some tweets about Intel, Micron, and this and that, things will change. And when the things will change, obviously, the market will have an impact, although temporarily. Okay. So market is market. For example, I was expecting a down day on a Friday, on Thursday, sorry, Friday is today, but it did not happen. On the other hand, there was a alternate force, which is just before the long weekend. The history is like that. Buyers normally they want to go and enjoy the weekend in a good mood. Don't want to spoil their long weekends. So normally you will find the same pattern before July 4th, before Thanksgiving weekend, before Christmas weekend. You will find the same pattern most of the times unless something big is going on in the world. You'll find the same kind of pattern that the market starts rising and close at highs normally just before the long weekend. So that's another thing. Okay. So there was a few questions from the people. Let me go through by one those. Who is here? Nasir Sab is here. And then we will open the floor to everybody out there. So one question was about how do we I select a watch list, especially the day trading and swing trading watch list. So what happens, I was not in a mood to make a formal presentation, but I put up a few slides around that. And let me share my screen with you guys. We have 10 people. I think you can see my PowerPoint screen. Okay. So in general, I am personally always a long-term trader on a medium-term trader. So those stocks which you see in my weekly commentary list and on the screen on the software for, in the investment ideas list, they will appear here in the weekly commentary area or our weekly picks here. Those are my hand-picked stocks. Always I work on each one of them. Now, how do we select those? And that's the process behind it. The process is here that we have certain screens, like a strong earning screen, which is there, part of the software itself, strong earning. And these are stocks which beat both their earning and revenue estimates with strong technicals. And those are filtered by WR rating, which is the weighted rank rating and earning rating, market cap, and volume. And those are updated weekly. So every time, for example, over the weekend, I go through all the companies and put their earnings through these filters, and then the system select these. So that's why there are only 100 out of maybe 5,700 companies who have announced their earning, which are selected on this. And all those you can vouch that they have been growing their earning. They have good ER ratings, earning ratings. If I just choose this action conviction view and update this, so you can see that they will be having high earning rating. They will be high uh, WR, which is weighted rank rating, and this means they have been performing well. They have been beating analyst estimates, so they are strong stocks. Does not mean that we should go and buy immediately. That's a different thing. But most of the stocks, if they are here, they are appearing here. They are good companies and good stocks. I think it should be indicator snapshot view. So you can choose different views, as you know. Let's take a look at from a different view, which is an indicator snapshot view. Okay, here we go. And as you can see, WPRCT should be very high, except for one of few stocks which are sell or strong sell, their earning rating should be low. Now, so this is the whole process. I have explained a number of times, and I don't want to go into the details of that. So we take strong earning list, and there is an accumulation distribution list, stocks which are showing high AD, but this is a secondary indicator. I put a lot of focus on this strong AD line accumulation. And then they do bullish PPO screen. Bullish PPO screens are those stocks which their PPO are crossing zero line or going up. Then because of my work, I'm subscribed to a number of services and I go through them almost on daily basis, except for one or two. Barron's, IBD, Investor Business Daily, Wall Street, Market Watch, Earnings Beats is one of my mentors. I closely follow his work, Tom Bowley, stock charts and bar chart. And from there, a lot of stocks come into hindsight, where they are moving or they have a good potential. And then we have our software. So we analyze their relative strength versus their own peers and industry groups. This means leading stocks in leading groups. Then their recent performance as shown by WR rating or ER rating. Then our trend indicator. Why trend indicator? The TR indicator gives buy point and sell. So I think one point was from customer was that is TR indicator based on price action, volume, volatility, fundamental, or a combination. It's a combination, but it's mostly technical based on price action and volume and volatility. Not fundamental, really fundamental. For fundamental analysis, we do a separate analysis. And then the question comes, how do traders interpret its signals, entry, exit, risk levels, and risk management? We'll come to that. And it will also give you stop loss suggestions, position size. Position sizing, it depends upon person to person. Some people might have $100,000 account. Some people might have $500,000 account. Some people might have $10,000 account. Now, position sizing should be as such that if the position has to be closed, it should not in any case account for a loss more than 2% of your total account value. In reality, less than 1%. That's ideal. Otherwise, not in any case more than 2%. For example, if you have a $100,000 account and you are closing a trade in loss, that loss should not exceed $2,000. That's what my recommendation is. So that's position sizing. And each person has to decide his or her own position sizing. So these are this thing risk management features. We always say that 8 to 10% is the maximum loss, and do not take more than 10% loss in any circumstances. However, for the very good long-term stock, there could be some exceptions. Like Broadcom, we gave the Broadcom a wider margin. But even then, we cannot give a wider margin than in any circumstance more than 15-20%. Generally, 8 to 10% is exit. Okay, so we will go back to the TR indicator. We'll see its strong AD line again, accumulation distribution line, and this is gem kind of an indicator, although it's a second indicator. It tells us that under the table, not very clear from the price action, but is Wall Street or institution, are they buying or they are selling it as stock? And the seasonality factors. For example, July is a very good month to trade Apple. Let's go to the software and see if the software has some things on seasonality. There's a page on seasonality here. So if we, for example, we want to see Apple's seasonality for last 5 years, so you will notice that June is a good month, on average return 4.3%, and 80% of time last 5 years it was positive. July 100% of the time average return 6.6%. And if you move on to 10 years chart and analyze it again, you still see for last 10 years Apple has given 6.9% on average return, and 100% of time Apple was positive. And that's very good return. So these are the times to be in Apple. And Apple just gave us a good chance when it pulled back around 290 or even less than 290 to 85. That was a good time to buy Apple and to remain long as long as towards the middle of August. But Apple is our long-term stock. I have a position in Apple. I've been holding Apple for years. Even in month of September and August, I won't start selling Apple. But if you are a short-term trader looking for 1 to 2 months, then it's a good time to go long for Apple, and maybe around September, because September is only 40% of time is positive last 10 years, and my average return was minus 2.1%. So this period, mid-August to September and sometime in October, it's not a very good period traditionally for Apple, but this is the strongest period for Apple. Same with other stocks. Most of the tech stocks, they have this kind of tendency. Um, like AMAT, these things is doing very well. Let's see what seasonality chart says about it. For AMAT, May was the strongest one, 90% of the time for last 10 years. For last 5 years, again May was the strongest, 100% of the time. Then June, then July. So June, July are coming down, but August is a terrible period for AMAT. So August is not a period where you would like to hold a position in AMAT in general. If you are a short-term trader, if you're a long-term trader, then maybe it's okay for you. And you can take these 3, 4, 5% losses along the way. That's each individual is different. So we don't recommend each person is different. Some people I know they have been holding MU for 10 years and it's paying off because they don't want to sell and buy and sell and buy. They just want to, let's analyze an MU for 5 years. And as you can see, in the next 3 months, June, July, and August, generally not a very good month for MU. But this year, MU seems to be on a different track. The reason being there is a memory shortage around the world and the globe. All memory stocks are doing very well, including SanDisk and others. So there could be a different. But even then, seasonality factor will have an impact. I mean, if it was growing maybe, for example, 10%, it probably will be growing by 2 or 3% or 4%. It will have an impact on this thing. So seasonality is important. So that's how through this process, we select this thing. After that, we have some secondary filters like halal screening filters, like AAO, IFI, standard compliance, and other things. There are a few more. And that's how the final list comes into existence, the weekly list. So that was one question. Another one was that how do you select the pre-market moving stocks and uh, the new swing scan? So there was a lot of demand on the swing scan. Now I am developing, this is still under development, the swing scan, and I am developing a formal scanner for this, and that will be available very soon, inshallah, on the website. And it will have a separate list of swing scans every day, just like we have it. But right now it's on the WhatsApp group only, mostly, because scan opportunities normally come early in the morning, maybe in a couple of early hours only. So there are two different scans which we have developed. One is for pre-market movers, and the people who are subscribed to the TradingView versions, they receive an email. For example, this is an email of 18th of June, Thursday. Yesterday, yes. So they received this list yesterday morning. There's a section of main market stocks. These are the stocks which, for last 1 year or so, they are either FANG or some very good stocks, and they give a very good trading range every day. For example, this is column H is their trading range, average trading range for. So SanDisk every day on average was last 14 days is moving 150 points, $150. And before market starts at around 7:45 our time, Central Time, it already moved by 4.38% and $85 point or $86. It means that it's still plenty of range left that particular day. Correct? MU is here, average range $84 and it moved $51. Still there's some range left. Apple, not a bad stock. This trading range is only $7.40, but it moved 0.85. So considering the range, it is still plenty of range left in Apple. Apart from that, these are the main stock. Will that list is constant, or maybe it change once in a year or once in a while. But these stocks they come and go every day. So on that particular day, Intel was already up 8.81%, means $10.67. Although its trading range is 9, so it was already above than its normal trading range. Could go up, but not much. Marvel, on the other hand, 50% of the range, 1793, not 50, 60%, 3155. So we can see that tech stocks were very strong on that particular day. Marvel, WDC, AMD, Intel, they are all tech stocks, SNDK, MU. And the Nasdaq was also very strong. So this particular scan, what it does every morning, it scans the entire universe and picks a few stocks which meet certain criteria. What are those criteria? Therefore, the day trading stock should be liquid, have enough volume, tradable names. They should not be penny stocks, or should not be in not known stocks or some ADRs or Chinese stocks, not those kind of stocks. A reasonable price range, 20 to $1,000, except for SanDisk, which is a part of the permanent list. 1 million plus average volume, $1 billion plus market cap, not small stock with a meaningful day trading range. There is some filter, and then it's filtered and it scans, and then through this email send it to the customers. So that's one way of doing this. Similarly, there is a swing scan which I have developed, and I still am finishing it, so it has not been rolled out. But what it does, it checks three different setups and use the TR indicator as the main indicator and the PPO, uh, percent price oscillator. And then according to that, basically swing scan is a short-term indicator, very short-term. So that's why it takes a 3 hour windows. That's the internal working of the scan. I don't want to go into the details of that. So 3 hours window will enable stocks for maybe for a few days. Let me give you an example here. So this is the trading view, and this is okay. Let's go to trading view, and for example, our scan sometime here. This is our TR indicator, and these are 3 hour charts. And I have noticed that for the scan, if the PPO is crossing zero, and if this signal appears first stage and then followed by then it gives you some range for a few days. For example, this particular stock, it moved from 4th of June from $29 to all the way to $32, which is approximately 10%. And in swing scan, swing setups, we just go for around 8 to 10% of profit. But sometimes good stocks also pop up, like Intel. We gave an entry for Intel a few days ago. I remember it was 114 something. This signal, this PPO crosses zero. This first stage TR signal crosses. This means the momentum is building up. Bullish trend is starting after this. And this was Intel, so we know the stock. So we made an entry something around 114 with a stop loss below this bar. And we targeted, honestly, something around 130, which it did. It came back, and the swing trade was over after a few days, maybe 1 week or 10 days. The market took a downturn, but again on some news, it went high. So there was a question from Brother Nasir. He says some of the swings go way up pre-market. How do we get ahead in line? What about Nvidia seasonality? Okay, we will check the Nvidia seasonality as well in a while, short while. Now that's the challenge. That's the challenge. That's why we just do not take this 3 hour chart. We also take a look at their daily and weekly chart as well. And that's why it takes me a while. I come up with only one or two swing trades every day. So for example, this brings here. Now we see that where are the previous resistance here. It's building up. This is coming here. If it cleared this, there is a chance to test this with the support below these lines. So now, even if it has gone up pre-market swing stock beyond your trigger point, for example, your trigger point was here and it has gone up here, that's not the time. You should be very close to that trigger point. And normally, some of the swing stock do not even make their trigger point. Now, the swing stock trading is a bit tricky. Number one, it depends on a few days to few weeks, and in a few days, a few weeks, market can change its behavior. And the swing stocks heavily depends upon market behavior. So we just cannot just see this chart and let's say, for example, this was Intel and decide upon itself. For example, let's say we were in this period, this is June. We were in this period starting from 30th of May and 4th of June and maybe 4th of June onwards, this period. We have to see what market was doing during the same period. So let's go to the market charts. So this is market. By the way, these are futures, but this is a Nasdaq and these are S&P 500. You can switch easily change it to, if you want to work with your ETF, you can change it to Nasdaq and S&P 500. Basically, this is our replicating the same thing. Now, over here, this is our entry again at 100. This is Micron. So let's do, we were checking Intel swing trade. Okay. Intel swing trades. Here it was. And then this is 5 minute chart, no daily chart. Okay. Over it, start of the June, around 3rd, Intel started coming down. But was it just Intel and the entire market was doing the same thing? Let's check the market here. This is Nasdaq. Go to 1 day, auto fix. Market was doing the same thing. 3rd, 4th, 5th, it was coming down. And then on this particular day, it came down. Now, Intel being a tech stock, and this is a tech stock index, Nasdaq. There is no chance for Intel that since a big company, it has a good weightage in Nasdaq as well, that if the market is doing this, the Intel will be doing this. There's no chance. Same behavior you will find in AMD, in big stock like NVIDIA. You take any stock here, AMD, same behavior. You take Broadcom, same behavior. You take Apple, same behavior. Why? The market was struggling till the market found its footing, support at 50 days, same Apple did. And that's why I was mentioning that Apple gave us a good entry here at the 50 days. So the swings, in other words, what I was trying to say that the swing stocks are heavily dependent upon market behavior. If they are tech stocks on these Nasdaq, if they are not tech stock, maybe on S&P 500 or even Russell, if they are small stock. So you change it to SPY to see what SPY was doing in the same period and change it to daily, and you will find the same pattern again Same pattern, 3rd June, right here. So there is no way that the swing stocks, and that's why the swing stocks start struggling. What is the best time for swing stock? This time, when the market is in this kind of phase, starting from April, May, till the beginning of the June. Same pattern here, and you will find most swing trades during this period very successful. Almost all of the swing trades that I gave during this, I remember I gave, this is a list of swing trades like Intel, Best Buy, Poet, ARWR, DIOD, LUNR, MARA. They were all very successful during this period because they were supported by the market. But if the market is in this pattern, like this pattern, so the most swing trades will struggle. That's the time where we would like to avoid swing trade. Long-term stocks are fine, or we'll be just focusing on some day trading opportunities. Okay, so the swing trade is tricky in that matter. Right now, next week we are anticipating market probably will find resistance here and come down. Again, we will have issues with the swing trade success rate. So it's difficult for a swing trade to within 1 or 2 days of like this, and swing trade should work against it. It's very difficult, and this is where it becomes tricky for us to pick good swing trade stocks. Now coming back to the day trading stocks. So for example, I was discussing that we had early morning good SanDisk gap up and trading range left and Micron gap up and trading range left and Apple on Thursday. So let's evaluate these three stocks on Thursday. And for the day trading, we should be reducing it to maybe now we can go to the 15 minutes or 5 minutes to give a better picture. It's a 15-minute chart. Now, our software gives you the resistance for the day trading. If it senses that you are now in the smaller time frame, 15 minutes time frame, or maybe 5 minutes time frame. So this was Apple. And what did we say? Around 7:45 that Apple had a good range left and was going up. Now this is our time. Apple was plus 0.29%, 7.4 average trading range, 0.85 till that time. So Apple had a good $6-7 range left. As soon as the market starts, the TR indicator gives you this green signal, and it started crossing that VWAP line, this purple line. And this is very important for day trading, just for the day trading. So you make an entry here, Apple, and where are you targeting? You should target something around $6-7 from this point. So this is 297, but at this is the $300 level, it faced resistance and it started coming down. Then you should get out of here when you start seeing action like this, because this is a failure on Apple's part at that time. So that's why day trading is also a bit tricky. Now come back to the SanDisk, and I really like SanDisk for day trading purposes these days. So we knew going into the day, the SanDisk was already very strong, pre-market move. This is a tight range breakout, which these dashes, tight range breakout, which already occurred around 7:30 or 7 o'clock in the morning. Market opens, we are here. Now, if you are riskier and you are kind of trader who take risk, aggressive traders, and you are up in the morning at 7 o'clock or 6:30 in the clock, then this is the time for you. First stage TR signals and straight away third stage. But let's say you want to wait till the market open. A market open at 8:30 right here. Then you can take an entry. It's already in the green zone. It crosses this purple line, and you take an entry around 8:30 right here. This blue arrow around, let's say 2070. What should be your target level? Either this line or that line. These should be your target level. And eventually send this at around in the evening. But if you have, since it's a day trade, and you see that that green zone disappeared, it means that it's now trying to consolidate. So maybe this is the time to take profit. 21178 2061, $117. Versus what is your risk? If you make an entry here, ideally your stop loss should be here or this zone here. These are your support zone. This support zone or this support line. If you are 2028 and 2074, so that is approximately $40-$45 off on towards the downside. Or if it is too much, I think it is too much. Let's say you are making an entry here, then you should be taking should be thinking of a stop loss below this bar or this bar, somewhere here or here. So let's say even you take a stop loss of $40 and you earn something around $100 on the upside, that is 2.5. Normally, I say that you should target 3. Eventually, it went, and around 5 p.m. in the evening, 5 p.m., it touched this resistance and then came back. This is the resistance line. It was highlighted here. You see? That's exactly the point where it failed, 2213. And when will this going to happen? When the market is in your favor. So market was doing the same thing. This was market was doing yesterday. This is the daily chart. Go back to the 15-minute chart and you will see the market was doing almost the same kind of behavior. Here, this is yesterday. Going up and up and up. Although not as smooth as SNDK, because market is an aggregate of all the stocks. So that's how you take. Now, why SanDisk is ideal? Because it gives you a very good range. So even if you are late and you know that SanDisk has just covered $50, but its average range is $150. So then you can think of, okay, maybe I can get $20-$30 here or there. Same is with MU, $84 trading range and $51 pre-market. So let's go back to the same TradingView chart and go one day before, not Thursday. Let's go on Wednesday. Now, I'm not in shorting business, but that's how the day trading works. And I'm not advocating short, but I'm just for the sake of explanation. So on that day, SanDisk was on, but as soon as the started, it just tried before market 8:15, 8:30, it failed on this resistance and dropped down here. And that's your signal that maybe this is not on. And this was Wednesday. FOMC minutes were supposed to be rolled out around 2 p.m. It again tried to come back, and then this sell zone start showing you, telling you that the trend is towards downside. Where will you going to make an entry as soon as it crosses the purple line right here, and this is going to be your stop loss on the reverse direction. Exit should be this point or this point or the below this support dynamic. This is the dynamic zone at least there. But SanDisk being a very good strong stock along with the market, it made a U-turn. And then it just did not do anything, just trading in a tight range. Go back to the previous day, which is Tuesday. SanDisk was strong as usual pre-market, but it started coming down. Red bar, red bar. First state TR signal at around 7:15. As soon as market started, it tried to go up, but there's no green zone. We are not going to buy it here. And then it failed. When it come down here or here, it break the supports or this zone start, that's the point to make entry 2118 on the short side. Now I'm not suggesting that you do short, see the halal haram aspect from your angle. But I just for the sake of explanation, this is the reverse bearish direction. And this line should be your target. You see, here it breached that and then found support and then tried to do this, but eventually it came back again, did nothing afterward. But this is the range which we were looking for early in the. So for the day trading, the best time to day trade is from the pre-market area time, not around the when the market opens. See where market is going, and then starting from the market around 8:30 all the way to sometime around lunchtime, 11:30 Central Time. Okay. So that's how we work on the day trading with the TR indicator. We work on the swing trading with the TR indicator, and we select for the long term and other. Now there are other stocks list as well. For example, this AI generated monthly picks. What is this AI generated monthly picks? This is a part of the investment idea list. And what it does, it checks the TR signal. This is in a confirmed signal. It checks the WR percentile, the same process which I do manually. And then it gives this all these as inputs to Claude. And Claude comes up with a list of 10 to 15 stocks, and this is done at the beginning of each month. And this is available right here on the investment idea list. This is the AI monthly pick. So last time it was picked on 1st of June. And if you want to see the previous list, those are in archives, May and April list as well. You can download and see their performance. For example, May, let's see May. So the 1st of May, the AI engine came up with these stock ideas. And let's take a look at their performance and update this performance for this AI monthly picks list. And then you will know, okay, the start of May and current performance. So the current performance for this, where is that gone? I don't see that archive list is gone. Here it is. No. Okay. Let's see the current performance of this month. I don't see them. For some reason that archives list has disappeared. Anyway, let's check this latest one. So those stocks which were chosen on the 1st of June, their last 1 month performance as of now means starting from 18th of May till 18th of June is this. And as you can see, all of them are highly positive. And last 1 week, if you want to sort this thing by 1 week, means just last 1 week, 5 trading days or 4 trading, whatsoever. So Marvel was the top performer with 11% gain. Vicker was the next one, 9%. EMAT was the next one. And the worst one was ATRO. In 1 week, it went down by 16%. But if you just take a look at their recent past, all of them were green throughout the periods from 1 month to 1 year. Okay? What's the question for what? I have a question. Starting going down from 460 to 315, can we WR expect some correction at this earning? All those stuff. What is that? Which MU? Last time after result, MU start going down from 460 to 315. Can we expect same correction this time? Okay. So let's evaluate MU. What exactly MU is doing? Where is MU? Is right here. And this is 15 minutes charts, if I'm not mistaken. Here we are, MU. Looks like it's not stopping, correct? But thing is that the law of universe is that everything that goes up one day will come down. Now, problem with MU is that it has increased with so much of, I would say, so much it covered a distance. Last year, what was its return? So let's say MU. Is MU somewhere? MU should be in our weekly list. Yes. And so update this. It will tell you the MU's return for last 1 year. I think it's 3 or 400% or 800%, something like that. If those stocks have gone crazy here. MU in last 1 year, 842.3% return. On YTD basis, it is 260%. But what exactly is driving it is because the memory shortage. How do you access this page? Which page? Investment idea. This is investment idea page on my app. Customer who have full access of this software, only they can access this. Otherwise, customer who have access to the weekly commentary, they can access to the weekly commentary page. So coming back to this MU is a very strong stock as we know. Okay, fine. Let's see what the system says about our AI agent. So press MU here. It will take you to the main stocks analysis software page, and it is still saying buying. It still say buy. Why? Because of these two or three factors: high WRPCT rate, high accumulation distribution rate, high relative strength rate, and it's still in this kind of a the factor that I gave highest emphasis are these are TR indicator, relative strength, and accumulation distribution. And MU is making inroads to in all of our list. It's not in part of recent AI picks, but it was part of our weekly picks, part of our earnings star list, part of our growth list. If you have full access, then you should have access to this investment ideas page. I'm not sure who is this because I can only see iPhone, not the name. But if you have the full access software, you can always access to the on the investment ideas page. All these pages are open to you except for admin. Now, if we go to the Ask AI, now this is another area where we take a look. Its accumulation distribution line is continuously increasing. This means the market is accumulating its shares all along last 1 year. And its relative strength line is right here. So in other words, it's a very strong stock and the market is supporting it. Now, what we are saying is this, I don't know why this line starts coming up. Maybe this is part of because of the presentation mode. So I should get out of the presentation mode. Anyway, coming back here. Ask AI, try asking, what is the conviction score? So we can ask AI, what are the prospects for MU? Maybe let's see if Claude has enough information to give us that what will happen after earnings. Okay. It is saying MU is on the earnings star list, which reflects it's a stock with meaningful earning catalyst. The problem, these are the strength and this. So the reality is, I don't know why this line starts coming up. Something I don't know maybe is
Somebody is doing annotation. What you need to do is there is a floating icon on the left of your screen. If you click, it's a pencil icon. Click on that, and then click on the
you're talking
clear.
about this thing? This
I will
icon?
not be able to see. No, I will not be able to see that icon. Only you can see that icon. It's a floating pencil icon.
I
Click on
see
that.
a pencil icon here, but I don't
Click
see
on the pencil icon,
it's here. Hold on,
and
hold
then
on.
click on the clear icon. This probably the
I did that. Okay. Thank
yeah.
you. I appreciate that. Still, I see a line, but hopefully it will be gone. Anyway, so reality is recent momentum is 1 month in 62%. And fund ownership has been continuously increasing for 5 consecutive quarters. Now, what it means? It does not mean that it will always go up, but what it means that it has a strong support by funds. It has a strong support by fund managers. Right here, five continuous quarter, funds participation has increased by 12.4%. Now that when this happens, stocks do not come down easily. So to answer that question, it will take a breather, obviously, but see the pattern here? Whenever it comes to this line or this line, it is holding it, signaling that it's a very strong stock. So even if it comes from this point, it probably will have a test below $1,000 around 9, and that will be our time to make an entry right here. Now, if we miss that entry, we are thinking that, oh, it's come down this much, probably it will come down to this line. But as I said, it is a strong stock. So what would happen? You miss that entry, it make a U-turn and will enter a strong stage again. So your first stage, this will trigger. And you know that this stock has been supported by investors, by fund manager. You should be looking for some entry around when this green zone appears here. This point, or maybe if you are aggressive at this point. Take a look here. You miss this entry, but the green zone appeared, you start and make an entry here. You miss this entry, but you see the first stage signal and you're taking your chances, you make an entry here. 1000 right now is 10% up in 4 or 5 days. What else you need? Okay. What you want to avoid, that you do not want to go long when it is giving you this kind of first stage or this kind of signal. That's the place to avoid it. That means that if I add the PPO indicator, PPO, percent price oscillator, you will find PPO going towards either zero or below zero to make a reset right here. Where should you make an entry? Either look for the first stage and then look for this is the second stage and this is third. These are the areas where you should be targeting. Which stock? Stock which you are convinced that it's a strong stock which you are convinced that the stock has good support by, it's a leader in its industry, it's beating its leader in its group, as is showing. This is a leader in its leader in its group, it's leader in its sector, and the group and the sector itself are leader. That's where
How
you take extra.
Sabri bhai, sorry
Yes.
to interrupt. I mean, once you are done with this, can you explain these four charts? Like, how do we check if some of them are mixed red and green, right? So, how do we check? Because you keep insisting on checking how the stock is doing among its peers and versus SP 500, right? So,
Okay. Is it Hashir Saeed?
yes, sir.
Okay. Hashir bhai, let's say these, not every stock will be like this. Okay. So
See.
this is a leading stock in the leading group. So what I was first, let me complete this thing. I was
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
that
After that,
it's
yeah.
a leading stock in the leading group, and you want to be there, and you want to be at a good point. Which one is another one? You will see almost the same thing like SanDisk. So you want to be here, 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 or here. That makes sense, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Let's move to
But
some kind of a mixed stock, Tesla. Okay. All right.
Or you
I
take
have a
Meta, for
question.
example, my heartburn.
Meta.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see, we are in the meta. Is this time to chase meta? No, you're well above this point. Is this time to go long in the meta? You tell
No,
me.
no,
No. Is this time to go long to meta? First state TR signal. Is it time to go long meta?
no.
Why?
Because you have red zones.
You are just coming out of a red zone or you're still below 200-day line. So
Yeah,
this is a very temporary effort on behalf of the stock. Try to come back. In other words, dead cat bounce. First dead cat bounce fail, second dead cat bounce fail, and then again third dead cat bounce fail, and then again you have a long time shown by this. And the notice that PPO is below zero. So you never go long when the PPO is never below zero, unless you have a very good stock, long-term stock. Meta is not a long-term stock. Okay, here it comes out and give you signal. Can you take your chances here? Yes, you can. Issue is that from here to here, it has already covered a long distance, 655 to from 538. And then the market, how about the market doing? War is started, and the market was doing at around in April. Market was very good, but the meta was struggling. So again, you are in a poor zone. Now let's go to our software, and you were asking about these charts, correct?
right.
Let's see how these charts, relative strength charts, appear in case of meta. Okay. First of all, see here. Market is distributing. 27.5% is down, sorry. And the up down volume is also one. Distribution, you see the red flag here? market distribution, and
Right.
its relative strength is weak. When these two things are telling you, this is telling you that the market is distributing the shares. Meta is under pressure. Does not mean that it will not come back. That's another issue. But it is under pressure. It is weak. Now, you want to be in the leading stock in a leading group or in a weak stock in a weak group? Question.
Leading stock. Yeah.
Obviously, here is the difference. Now, Meta in its own group, which is internet group, is almost at par. Last year, it was, let's say, the ratio of the price for 6.5 is still around there. It's doing on average in other parts. But against the instant SPY index, and the group is very weak. Look at the group. The
Uh,
group price ratio, for example, was 0.16 1 year ago. Right now is how much? Less than 0.12. So Meta is itself weak against the broader index, and it is an internet group. And internet group, unfortunately, is very weak against
Weak.
this broader. Internet group includes Netflix, I think, and stocks like Snap, and I think maybe Google is there. I'm not 100% sure. And all of them are this internet group, which is internet group, Dow Jones Internet Group, is part of XLC communication sector, and the communication sector itself showing you red. Now all of these things are giving me this kind of red signals which are appearing right here. Weak
Yeah. Okay.
distribution,
Creative.
hold, strong sell, pattern is also double top. In other words, Meta is not a stock, although it's saying that there could be an upside of 28.1%. There could always be there thousands of different ways of looking at one thing. Okay?
Right.
Without going into the fundamentals. Now you can go into the fundamental as well. When we pick a new stock, we always check their fundamentals. Are they growing their cash flow? Are they growing their gross margin? Are they growing their earning? Are they growing their revenue? Before taking a position trade. Position trade means a long-term trade. So this is what Meta is doing. But its earning per year to year, previous year, earning is 63.1%, although its profit margin is 30%, which is not bad. But its EPS growth is bad. What actually in Meta's case has happened, which is not appearing here, it could be appearing in the news items here. News that Meta is investing a lot, heavy investment
Right.
in AI data center, and market is not very supportive of that. They're not looking as they're not realizing that probably it will give us a good return on that. That's why Meta is being selling off. So if that factor is there, as long as these things will not improve. And when these things will improve, then obviously that will be the time to take action. So the question is, in the next series, can you please code the alert diamond to be bigger? Alert diamond means the first stage or second stage here. These?
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
we'll do that. I can change that. All right. Going back here, this was Meta. So which TV subscription plan do you suggest for integration with TR chart? Now, that's a tricky question. The free TV version TradingView do not allow you more than two indicators and more than, I think, two charts, number one. And second issue is that they also want to sell you a subscription, obviously, of their product. And it's a good product, no doubt. And second issue is that they do not give you live data feed. So if you are actively day trading or actively monitoring on the live basis, then you probably won't be happy with that. You have to take a minimum essential plan. Essential plans come with $15 or $16 per month, and which allows you. What is the essential plan? What is the essential plan for TradingView? Which comes with certain features which are applicable. The essential plan is this: 5 indicator per chart, active alerts, ad free, and free chart plan. A basic plan is just 2 indicator and one chart, not even two chart. And not only this, it gives you a delayed data feed. On the other hand, it gives you a live data feed, but you have to subscribe to the data feed separately. Problem with the data feed is that if you have, there are the brokers which are supported by uh, These are the brokers which are supported by TradingView. So for example, I have an account with TradeOvate and I have an account with Interactive Brokers, somewhere Interactive Broker. There are hundreds of brokers out there. If you have account with one of them, then you can use your data feed so that you can get interactive brokers right here. So for example, if you have an account with interactive brokers or you have an account with TradeOvate, then or Webull, then you can use their data feed to give you live data on trading charts. Hope I answered that question.
Thank you.
Okay. So that's how, coming back to my small presentation, that's the AI generated monthly pick, that's the day trading, and there's a swing scan and pre-market scan. Okay. Any more question? It's almost 1 hour and today is Friday as well. Any more question by anyone? There's a question about SpaceX. SpaceX is tricky. Reason being, SpaceX has no, I don't see any fundamental value for the time being, very honestly. This is SpaceX. On maybe 4 hour, give you a better, this is 4 hour. Now, the way it is going up, it will come down. Simple as that. Unless it will form a base. A base is something, a consolidation period, where buyers gather together to support a stock. Then, unless that happens, you won't be able to find a good entry point for SpaceX. Number one. Number two, I believe uh, I believe there are that Elon Musk has a cult following. Whatever his idea is, good or bad, that's another discussion or debate. Tesla is like that. SpaceX will be like that as well. So eventually it will find a base, good base, and then there will be a point to make an entry. And the SpaceX has some very good ambitious plans, like sending people to Mars and having human settlements in space areas. I don't know whether they will be materialized or not. But if any of that thing starts materializing, now, not now, maybe down the road after a few years, then SpaceX will, you will see, be skyrocketing like Sandisk. So it's very tricky at this area. It's not for everyone. Its daily trading range is quite high, 20, 30, $40. So that can kill individual or small investors. Not something that really we should hold for a long time. There was a question on Oracle. Unfortunately, I do not cover Oracle because of their open support a genocidal regime. But if we put the same thing here, what this thing is telling you is under 200-day line, continuous decline starts from the June. Seems weak. Every time it tries to go up, it fails. Not only on the short time frame, it on the longer time. This is a weekly time frame. You see. Now it might find a support. We don't know, and it should find a support. I don't think the Oracle will probably go below 178 in any case. But this is one stock that I'm not personally not interested, very honestly. And if it takes something like that, it might be a good move, but it's not. It will not become MU or SNDK overnight. Okay. Any other questions on the platform on the?
Yeah. Sabir bhai, Fawad here. Do you cover the PSX stocks in this
Can
or
you repeat that? BSX,
PSX Pakistan stocks? And then if I want to analyze
Pakistan Stock
from the,
Exchange.
yeah.
Actually, I do have investment there, and I've been there for 20 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
Issue is that since we are in US and the entire work is in US, so I do
Okay.
not really because this data and this system tools they do not work on PSX. But
Okay.
I do cover it, and I know quite a few stocks in which I have investment over there. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Nvidia seasonality. I'm sorry, I missed that. There was a question on Nvidia seasonality. So let's go back. Nvidia seasonality. Put Nvidia here. I think Abdul Karim, you have just subscribed to some service. I think you have software. I don't know, complete software or, but you can check it yourself. May is the strongest month for last 5 years. July average return is 7.5%. 60% of the time it had been successful. Let's go to 10 years for July. 70% of time. So July is not a bad month for Nvidia. July is not a bad month for Nvidia. Even August is not a bad month for the last 10 years. Last 5 years, you should see at least last 10 or 5 years. August is not a bad month, but it's just 0.9% up on average. So not a very good month as well in terms of return. But September is not a good month for Nvidia. Minus 4.1% going back to last 5 years, and 0.3% over for 10 years, 15 years. Again 0.3%. So July is mediocre, August is better for Nvidia, but September is not a good month. Okay, for Nvidia. Anything else?
Yes, Sabri bhai, sorry I
I
joined late.
am
I will see the recording of this, but if you have not covered or if you have talked about Chalkin chart and AD distribution, like how to see, how to analyze using our software here, online web service.
I think I covered in several presentations. AD line number one is straight away is telling you this is under distribution here on the main indicators. Right
So where
here,
do you see that in the chart?
right here. Come here, scroll down. If it is not appearing here, this is known as comparison chart. Sorry, it's in this panel. Check an AD
Check in AD. Okay.
and
How?
select indicators. This is select indicators. Chicken AD is selected here. If it is not selected, select it here. Select here from here. And it will disappear now because I have unselected it. Okay. It's not no longer there. You want to add it back. Now it will reappear. And this is 80. You see, its AD line is continuously going down. What is this? Is meta? Yes, it's meta. Yeah.
Okay. And
This is
how
why
do
it's
you
under
read that? There are
distribution.
two, right? Dotted lines and a solid line. How do you read that? What is dotted and
This one? Okay.
yeah?
This is check an AD line. Check an AD itself. One is AD signal line, which is an average of this
Oh,
line.
okay.
It's falling below its average, means it's coming down. It's going up, it means it's going up above its average.
Okay.
You need to focus on this, basically this blue line. It's a secondary
Blue line.
indicator, always remember. Sometimes it is possible the price is going up and and AD line is struggling or not bullish because not many institutions are investing in it. And sometimes it's also possible that price is going down, but AD is going up. And that's when it means that under the table, market is
People are
accumulating
buying.
its shares. Eventually, it will sooner or later it will find support.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. How about PPO? Can you go to the PPO?
PPO is
That's in the same
basically
chart.
PPO is basically MACD. This is PPO line. The reason I use PPO instead of MACD is that it is telling me that its shorter moving average is moving at 0.96% higher than this longer term moving average, its own average. This give me a percentage comparison. That's why it's known as price percent oscillator. Now, what it means is it's a lagging indicator again. First thing, when it crosses and comes down, starts zero. That's a negative divergence. It means that stock is either now if the price is going up and it started coming down like this section. You see this section?
Right.
It's not rising, it's coming down. Well, the price is still in green zone. It means the stock's momentum is fading. And when it crosses this line, it means now the drop time has started.
Right.
And when it crosses, it means the up time has started. But unless PPO crosses zero, you cannot say that a strong zone has established itself. That's why TR indicator will not give you a third stage green signal unless this PPO is above zero and rising. All right?
Okay. So this is still under a negative, right? PPO
No, it's
or
positive, but
Oracle.
it's fading.
Okay.
It's not going up. Why?
Right.
Because it's already covered a lot of distance. What was that? Oracle. Now it is fading. It can
Oh,
consolidate or it can come down. My estimate is that maybe this week, but probably it will find support here. It should not go up to this 200-day line. It has already gone there. come back from here. If it comes down, it means there is something major failure on account of this stock, and then it will breach this support and come down here, just like it did here. This is Oracle, by the way. Okay, now take a look at the SanDisk. You will never find this. Look at this PPO. It's way above zero. Now, uh, take a look at long-term stock, any long-term stock, Apple, and look at their monthly PPO. Probably you will never find the monthly PPO ever come to zero level. That's the characteristics of a long-term stocks. Even if the market is under correction, it comes down, it gives you this kind, but it never goes back to zero. Any long-term stocks, even Nvidia, you saw that
Sabri bhai, where do you see the PPO zero line? It's difficult to see
right
here.
here.
Okay, thank you.
This is zero line. And Broadcom, for that matter. You see, that's why I'm confident about Broadcom. I know that this is this kind of phase, this kind of phase, this kind of phase. It's a long-term stock. Look at this 2021. Go beyond, go below that, before that. I don't see anything like major concern. It has this type of period, like 2012, 13, that was the bear market. Okay. 2018, 19, tariff issues, 2020, COVID. Then again, it started to come back. If you're a long-term investor, you don't have to worry about all this day trading. All you need to do, focus on the long-term chart, see this first stage signal, get this kind of stock and buy it at this green zone. That's all. Buy once in a year. When do you want to add? When you see this kind of trend. Here, here, here. Now here, when it comes back here, it could be an opportunity to add back in these kind of stocks. These are long-term stocks. What else is long-term? Google is long-term. You'll find the
I
same
have
kind
a
of.
question. I have a
Okay.
question. I mean, I'm new to this call.
And sorry, can you introduce yourself? What's your name?
This is Yusuf.
Yusuf, yes.
Um, so I have no access to your tool. I have not purchased your service or anything like that. I'm trying to understand. So
Okay.
when you're telling that, okay, you have to invest at this point. Obviously, the future data is not there. It's not come yet.
Can you
So
repeat that? Invest in what?
you're saying that I have to, when you see this line, and at this point you can add more, or you can uh, get more, get into a position at that point. So how do you decide that point that it is the right time to make that
First,
decision
you
to,
decide yourself, are you a long-term investor trader or you're a day trader or you're a swing trader?
let's say long term or long
Okay, so
term?
this chart is for you if you're long-term. Okay. Long-term, then you have to see the long-term time frame. This is a monthly time frame, either weekly or monthly. Long-term means you
Hmm.
are there for weeks or months or years, correct?
Right, right.
So that's why you have to either say weekly chart or monthly chart. Not
Hmm.
anything less than 1 hour, 4 hours. These are for the swing trading. Remember, if you were watching it
Right.
for swing, I mentioned 3 hours,
Yes.
and for the day trading, I mentioned this 5 to 15 minutes, even 3 minutes,
Right.
right? So that's how you decide yourself where do you want to trade. Number one. Now, if you are a long-term investor, you go long-term. You take a look at the weekly chart, for example. Even weeks, each bar is 1 week, so that's a long period. You wait for this first stage signal. That's the weekly signal right here. You buy it when this green zone appears. Or you see this tight range, these light colored dashes,
Hmm.
when you break out from it. That's the point. Green zone appears, that's the point. You buy here, you buy here, you buy here, you buy here. And after, it will give you some decent return. Definitely.
So the TR indicator has that green line that gets
This is
populated in
your
the chart,
indicator. This is first
right?
stage. This is bullish side. This is first stage. This is second stage. This is third stage.
Okay.
But right now we don't see green or red, right? So how do we know for now what action should we
Alphabet
take?
is neutral. It has come down from the strong zone. It has come down from it's neutral. But again, you are long term. Go to the monthly chart. Okay. Unless you are in a kind of a bear market, a big correction like this one, you don't go to the 20-month chart and this is the point we can entry. 9 exponential average. This is the point or it might be too late for you. This is the point for entry. Right here. This is exactly the 20E from the weekly chart. This is a support. Let me draw the support here. That's the point, 347. Right now, Google is 367. And it came to 347, you see?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just last week, it came to 347. Exactly that point. Exactly that point. So if you go to my weekly commentary on my software, okay, latest weekly commentary, which was last 12th of June. Let's see what said Google. I think I mentioned that thing right here. It seems an ordinary decline instead of a sell signal. The 349 level is important to watch and is to be used as a re-entry point to add position. 349. Okay, this was mark. What was that when it came? It came around. That's a low
346.
point. 346, 36, 347. So let's say it came 349, you made an entry. It reverts back 367. Correct?
Okay.
So that entry was as part of my weekly commentary was already mentioned. Okay.
So whenever you are sending the alert in your software, I mean, if I buy the service, so if I get the alert, do I trade based on that, or do I look at the alerts and do my analysis? Come here on TradingView, add that indicator, and then make a decision.
You can do it both ways. On the software, you have this kind of commentary available, which gives you either it's in the buy level or where are the support levels for each. Okay, for the long-term stocks and for some new picks and others. Anything in the board gives you the levels and indicator, but these are descriptive. Okay. Now, based on this descriptive software, you can create alerts here. Go to the alert section, and then you can create that if the price comes to this price level, or the power zone breakout occurs, or a daily TR status change, a weekly TR status change, a golden cross change, a death cross comes, then it will inform you through email. Okay.
Can you add phone and text alert, Sabir bhai? Is it possible?
Konsa, which one?
No, can you add instead of in addition to email
Phone.
alert by text?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I explored that avenue. You have to subscribe to another service.
Oh, okay.
And then there's an additional charge for that. So that's why I
Okay.
left it initially for that. But I will definitely, it's on my plan.
Okay, got it.
Sometimes just it might be old information. I don't know if it's valid right now or not.
I
But
understand.
sometimes
If you are also buying this TR indicator for this, so here is an alert section here on right here. Okay. You can create an alert here and I think you can message, or this message goes to, I think there is a way in the TradingView that it can goes to your phone. In the TradingView itself. So that alert was in part of my software, and this alert is part of your subscribe to the TradingView. You can use their alert features as well. Okay.
So, Sabri bhai, this one, the TradingView platform you're using, showing the 920E exponential 50, that's really a professional, not the basic one?
No. It appears on the basic one as well.
Maybe, I don't know. Can you explain a bit? How can you, because it's not coming.
No. Hold on. This is. Are you talking about the TradingView?
Yeah, TradingView. TradingView is
Okay.
showing the
This is
200.
these are features essential plan, and these are features of basics plan. Problem with the basic that they only allow you two indicators. Only allow you two
Okay.
indicators and one chart. Now, let's say you are on the basic. Only you can then, and you subscribe to my TR indicator. So that is one indicator, correct?
Okay.
But as part of this indicator, all these lines will automatically appear. If I hide this indicator, those lines are gone. Okay.
Oh,
So you don't have to add additional indicator. All you need to do, these are all the settings within the indicators, the tight range zone or TR indicators and others. So that's one indicator. It should appear if you are subscribed to my service, right?
yeah, it's
But,
already been there.
but if you
Mhm.
already use this indicator, let's say you add PPO here, then there are two indicators. Then you are full. Your limit is met. Two indicators in basically one chart layout.
Okay.
Okay,
Look,
guys, I think
Sabir,
it's go ahead.
Sabir bhai, one last thing for the SMS thing, for your information. Maybe you don't need to purchase it, and whoever is on the audience over here, you can use your phone number at your subscribername.com. So I will just paste it over there in the chat, and
Subscribername.com.
yeah. So I will give you 1 second. I'll
Kindly,
just paste
kindly
it over.
provide to me. If that is applicable, obviously I will include it. No problem at all.
Yeah. So anybody like who wants to receive message alert by text on their phone, every phone number has their own email address also. So you can add it.
Subscribername.com.
Yeah, I'm sharing that on the chat if you can
All right,
see.
okay. I will
If you
definitely explore it. No problem.
so no one you don't have to buy that service or maybe you can try test it out.
Okay. You know what? Actually, for every AI analysis and every AI question, and there is a AI agent, I have to send it to Claude, and Claude charges me a fees for that. For example, there's a
Yeah,
ASAP. That's an AI assistant of the platform. So here you can go and how do alert work? How do TR stages mean? How does halal screening mean? How do I use the back testing? And you can ask anything. For example, I think you were asking how does a halal screening work, right?
yes, I was asking this.
Yeah, so it will send it to Claude, and every time when it goes there, it'll ask charge me a small fees for that. So that's how on the platform, how does it work? So this is the standard I was talking about, AAOI FI
FI. Yeah.
compliant. This is Association of Islamic Banking Institutions standards, and these are the standard that it gives this kind of rating. Okay.
Okay.
I think it's
Thank you,
Friday.
sir.
Time for Friday prayers. It's already 1 hour and 20 minutes. So I think any more questions? The last question. Someone was saying something. All right, guys. No more questions. Then thank you very much. I hope you liked that. It's an informal meeting. Now, just one. Let me ask you one thing. 15 participants left. Should we have a regular customer session on Sunday? I think let's take time off. One is enough for 1 week.
If not every week, maybe every other week.
Yeah, every other. If
Yeah.
not this week, next week, inshallah, we will have one. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, and also Sabri, that was a good idea, like conducting a session for basics charting that you floated some time back, but it
Yeah,
never
basic charts.
materialized.
What I
Yeah.
will do,
So
I will basic chart is good. I like TradingView because it's a good charting platform, no doubt. It's a professional charting platform. Okay, so I like the trading. So I will create. Uh, oh, I just disappeared. Deleted my own TR indicator. I will take a blank slate and
mhm,
start from there.
right.
And then we will analyze, we'll change the different candle form and Heikan Ashi and moving, and then obviously there are people of all backgrounds. Charting is not their strong areas. I understand that. So then we can have a maybe an hour session and a 90-minute session on that. Okay.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
All right. The YouTube videos, Yusufuddin, there is a. I will send. Let me put it here. You can go to my channel at right here, MJ Software, and there are several videos available over there. And if someone is interested in the pricing, so just for repeat on that, the basic commentary is $10 per month, $110 per year, 1 month free. Complete software is $25 per month, it's $275 a year. And the TR indicator separately is $200 per year for TradingView or $20 per month. But if you want to buy a TR indicator and this, I have a deal going on that you get this $275 software then it will be only $60 for you. That will be $120. And you can take a screenshot of this or scan this QR code and apply this promotion code TV special. That will give you further discount, and you can get a total package of everything with 335. That includes this complete software plus the TR indicator for TradingView. Access to this of only $60. Okay. And to your question, the YouTube link is here, youtube.com/@MJ Software. If when I subscribe to TV session, does TV become a primary analysis tool with TR overlay? That it can. But software is more about analysis. It's more about these investment ideas. It's more about going into the depth of how do we analyze a stock. TR indicator for the trading view is more about this indicator shop, comparison charts, AD charts, and others. It's more about seasonality and the patterns and the 12. If you have not explored this back testing, there's a 12 different strategies, and it back tests all these and find out which one is best suited for this particular stock. So TR indicator, just to conclude, is just the chart part of it. Trading view part of it, but trading view is probably because my software is more analysis too. It has charting in it, but it's not very professional live charting. You can use the trading view for day trading, for swing trading, for long-term view of charts, but it's basically for charting, not for the analysis. Okay.
Yes, otherwise the intent of the question was I prefer using the TR indicator, but when I do subscribe to the TV, do I get that feed inside the TR?
Which feed? Data feed?
Data feed from TV into the TR.
Actually, the data feed comes from the stock exchange, not from me.
Understand that. But if I'm subscribing to the TV,
Uh-huh.
will you be accepting that API call from TV into the TR?
Right. I
Okay,
do
got it.
day trading directly every day through TradeOrate, which is my broker, and my broker give me this data feed, and then I place trades here. That's how I do it. So the TR indicator is plotted, data is coming through my broker, TradeOrate. That's how it works.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid using multiple analysis tool. I would rather use the TR only and not worry about TV.
The
And that's
TR
cheaper, right?
indicator itself has to run on a charting platform, correct?
I see. But I want to be able to blend the alerts from the TV into the TR. And that's doable, right? On your side.
On my side, that's doable. I'm not sure here is also doable. Create alert on SPY. Condition TR indicator. Here, you see? There's an alert that you are creating on TradingView right here. The TR indicator will give you a condition. The TR stage first bullish shift comes, second stage comes, a third stage comes, or the
Nice.
PPUs will. And then you can create a condition, interval, and then create an alert here. Okay.
So you actually toggle between the two all day long to
Repeat that.
analyze.
Sorry.
Do you toggle between the two screens? Because you have the TV screen open and you have the TR screen open in a different
There is
tab.
no separate TV screen. This is TV TradingView, and the
Okay.
TR indicator has been added like here, just like any other indicator.
Gotcha. Okay.
TR indicator is plotted right here on this chart, and the entire platform is TradingView. Okay,
Thank you.
got it? All right, time to take a break. Call it a day. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. I hope you guys, I answered your questions, and have a nice weekend. Okay. All right.
Yeah, you too. Thank you, Sabri.
Allah Hafiz.